we're on our way to hopefully stop a lich before he gets out of control as well. You probably have heard of what has happened in Goodmitten?
Yes, everyone has heard of what happened to Good Mitten. Oh wait, no, sorry. He goes, oh, sure you are, sweetie. And yes, everyone's heard what's happened to Good Mitten.
I'm very tempted to come
The
him
other
to
one
jump.
is standing. The other one is standing there, with his face is pale as a ghost, and there is a. He has dropped his bottle of ale on the ground, and it is just pouring out onto the deck and just spilling everywhere. He's just like in shock, staring at like down.
I shrug and say, "I told you."
It's too far away. I couldn't catch that if I wanted to.
No,
The
I
Tengu,
couldn't.
probably. Yeah.
I couldn't
Oh
either.
no, I don't know about the Tengu.
The Tengu, if he fails to save the man, will at least save himself, I'm sure.
A couple minutes later, you do see the Tengu raised up with this guy in his, like holding him the best he can. The guy is on the Tengu's back, freaking out and almost choking the Tengu. And the Tengu like flops down onto the deck and slings the guy off of him, and actually just kicks the guy in the chest and slides the guy like 3 feet across the deck, and then just flaps his arms and jumps back up to the crow's nest. You now know the exact purpose as to why this Tengu is here.
I do not envy his job.
No.
I make a mental note to go talk to the Tengu later. You know what? I'm going to shout in Jukanese. I'm going to shout "Good catch" in Jukanese.
His head twitching, he leans over and turns and looks at you, and you hear in Jukanese 2 sentences in 2 completely different voices. One is the rough voice of like what would sound like a large man, and the other sounds almost like a female child. Where the first sentence is "thanks," and the second one, as the female child, is "getting tired of catching idiots, but at least he's alive." You become aware that this Tengu cannot speak himself. He can only mimic words and sentences he has heard before.
That's cool. I get it. Either way, let's go talk to the captain.
Do you think that's Theo? He didn't introduce himself as the captain, but I think so?
He said, "Welcome to my ship."
Yes. Also,
He just
I'm
never
sure
said captain, so yeah.
Let's go to the pilot first and ask the pilot if it's okay to speak with the captain. You know what? I'm gonna make a society check to know typical nautical lore.
And if only somebody had sailing.
I know.
But we're not sailing. We're flying.
Yeah, the sailing lore will work. We're sailing the airs.
But I'm gonna make a society check to know if it's cool to just approach the captain, or should I go to the helmsman or a first mate first. Oh, where is it? There it is.
It depends on what you're trying to approach him with. Is it on the topic of changing course, or at least making a detour?
Yes.
Then you probably want to try to find someone else who is beneath him first to make sure the captain isn't busy.
Yeah, that's a pretty significant thing. I'm just gonna go talk to the helmsman because he would know first.
He's kind of piloting. He is leaned against the wheel, flirting with a young lady. He occasionally looks up just to make sure her heading's correct, but it's not difficult to pilot a ship that goes in a straight line in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, that's true when you're on open sea as well. It's not hard. You literally are just there in case something snaps the rudder. All right, I'm gonna go. Actually, you two are a little bit better with words. Would you like to go maybe convince the helmsman to get us an audience with the captain.
I mean, I can. You think I'm good with words?
I would just lie to him and tell him that it's of dire importance.
I mean, it kind of is, isn't it?
Then it's the truth, and I don't know how to convey that properly. It must be you two.
I mean, many lives could be at stake.
I am sorry, I cannot tell the truth. I don't have that ring anymore.
I expect into deception, not diplomacy.
Well,
No, I'm literally untrained in diplomacy. That's why I do not want to try to convince anyone of anything.
I'm not trained in it.
Well,
alright.
somebody, it doesn't matter what your skills are. Somebody step up and go talk to them.
We'll go talk to him.
Huh, I mean, I'll be there. I'll be back up.
Yeah, we'll definitely back you up. Just someone needs to take the lead of the conversation.
Going to talk to the... What was he? First mate?
It would be the helmsman. Or
Helmsman.
the helmsman or the pilot, depending on how they want to call it.
You find a man leaned against a wheel, flirting with a pretty young lady.
If I turn back, I'm not going to interrupt this game. How long do we have to...
Do you want me to make your pretty young lady go?
Wait, what? No.
Okay, that was the wrong question to ask to go.
Yeah, I was very confused.
Like, actually manifest one or turn him
situation?
into one?
Yeah, that was his first thought. Was
I pull,
manifest
out
one.
I pull out the Rod of Wonder. Start talking.
No. We'll throw
Start
that on
talking.
the side of the ship.
I love how Ko is scared of that.
Star doesn't particularly care for it either, so.
The Rod of Wonder is my convince Ko to do X stick.
You don't even cast it, you just hit him across the snout with it.
I just wave it around menacingly is enough.
Should I act like a child and pull on his pant leg? Like mister?
No, just get his. Why are you so bad at this? How do you get laid?
Alright, I'll go bust him. Alright, I'll walk up to him.
No offense, Setari.
So yeah, Ko just
Alright,
walks up to him in his peripherals and waits a
Okay,
moment.
You were just standing there, he's continuing to flirt with this lady. Seems like he's spitting some pretty good game too. She's like blushing and giggling.
Alright, I start taking notes. Now I get out my book and start writing down some of the things he says. Go ahead and just kind of tap him with my staff and say, "Excuse me."
Yes, is there something I can help you with?
I was told by the person that led us on that it would be possible to redirect to Goodmitten for brief stop.
Only the captain can give those orders. I don't know who told you that.
Whoever led us on.
You see how sometimes I have to tell these entitled guests no, they think they own the ship. And she's just like giggling and looking at him.
We are just asking, sir, if that would be possible. Would we be able to speak to...
Where the hell did you come from? He just spins around.
It's a Whispering Woods, but that's not important.
What? I'm gonna need
Oh my
everyone to
God.
step back from the wheel. This is the station.
I'm
man,
sorry.
you should step away, too.
No, not you. Not you. Oh, Jessica, you please stay. My name's Jennifer, and she storms off. And he turns and looks very angrily at Yuko. You see what you did? I almost had that one.
You did, actually. I think you had like a 98% chance of...
Yeah, and then you
Sealing the
ruined
deal there.
it.
No, I didn't. They did.
Who is they? Did you like point at Setari?
Yeah, I
and Kuroku?
pointed at Setari and Kuroku. Anyway, is the captain available to speak then?
I believe so. I think he's just going over some stuff below deck. I think he's in the cargo base. I don't even think he's in his quarters last I checked.
Alright, we just didn't want to interrupt him if he was doing something important.
we are not familiar with many ships. We just don't want to step on any toes or
What the
anything.
hell? What the hell was that?
What?
You gotta quit sneaking up on me, lady.
Is this man blind to elves?
I'm
He just has
wearing
really bad peripheral vision. He's looking at Ko.
I'm wearing clothes to blend in the forest, not here.
Alright, well, we'll leave you be.
Alright, as long as he's available, thank you.
He's reaching around for the wheel and can't find it because he is actually entirely blind.
That is impressive if he can pilot this ship.
Oh my god.
He pilots by sense of smell.
Yes.
No, he doesn't pilot the ship. The wheel's just for show.
Well, the ship is self-driving. He just is attached to it and looks like he's doing something.
Yeah.
Nah, he goes back to it and he goes, yeah, you go downstairs, you should be able to find it.
Okay.
Hey, if you're heading below deck, bring me up a bottle of wine. It's the least you could do since you ran my date off and he just kind of side-eyes Setari.
Did everyone drink the fat goblin wine at the other place?
I
I did.
definitely drank it.
Yeah, I don't
I
think y'all
drank
saved
mine
any
too.
bottles,
Yeah,
so
we didn't
y'all
save
didn't
any.
buy any extra.
Alright.
No,
Well,
Sure, if we
sure.
find some, we'll get you some.
we go requisition one from the quartermaster.
You know a lot of these terms. Spent
Yes,
a lot
I
of time on
wonder
the
if
ship.
He once had sailing.
Well, Kuroku's also has traveled all over the world, so he's been on a
You
lot
also
of
had-
boats.
Came from this continent, which across the Tranquil Sea, which was like a 6 to 8 month travel on a boat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kuroku
Setari,
spent a lot of time on a boat.
yeah, Setari's just from the other side of the continent.
I have two.
I believe we start looking around below decks then. Try to find our way to the cargo hold, I believe you said?
Yes, which is 2 floors down.
2 floors. Ooh, this is a big ship.
Well, 1 floor down is the quarters. Then below that is the cargo deck. And so yes, very big ship.
Okay.
I mean, how big is it just on this thing? It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Like, it's 50 feet across almost.
Alright. You look around for Theo.
You see him. He is tasting some small platters of meats and cheeses, and you see him talking to a cook and going, this one's almost ready, this one needs a little bit more seasoning.
Are you taking point, Ko, or shall I?
I'll let you. Talk to the dude that was busy.
Excuse me, Captain, may I have a moment of your time, please?
Ah, yes, Elias, just give me 1 second.
Sure.
Please go with that cheese, just the one, the sweeter cheese. I think she will like that very much. And then, yes, for the meats, the saltier one there, I know that's his preference. Okay, yes, what was your name? I don't know if I ever caught it.
I don't believe, I'm sorry. I am Setari.
Well, Miss Setari, what can I do for you?
She probably takes a moment's pause at that, like, people don't recognize her name, and then go, oh yeah. Remember why people wouldn't necessarily in this timeline. Yes, I was told that sometimes we may be able to discuss with you a possible detours or places we might wish to go. Is that possible?
I've been known to make a detour here and there if I'm not in a rush or a hurry to meet a deadline. And if the price is right, where are you trying to get to?
Well, you may not know of us yet, but we just came from stopping Oleg, and we're on our way to hopefully stop a lich before he gets out of control as well. You probably have heard of what has happened in Goodmitten?
Yes, everyone has heard of what happened to Good Mitten. Oh wait, no, sorry. He goes, oh, sure you are, sweetie. And yes, everyone's heard what's happened to Good Mitten.
Does he not react to the name Oleg?
No, when she says we just got done stopping him, his reply was he kind of holds his hands and he's like, sure you did, sweetie.
I no longer have a shield badge, so I cannot prove anything.
I should.
Bring yours.
I should still have mine. I don't know what it would necessarily do here, but it could. He probably hasn't heard that the shield's been disbanded. But anyway, I don't think I would think of that.
We're also not really staying in the territory of the shield, so.
Yeah. Well, that is our hope. Believe it or not, we are some hopeful wannabe heroes trying to put a stop to that. We are hoping to be able to go that way and stop it.
Hey, look, if you want to go heroically find your death, that's on you. But it, you know, a hero who can stop Oleg must have pretty deep pockets. I mean, there's no reason to extort you, so I'll just be blunt with my normal going rate when people ask me requests like this. Good Mitten will put me a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks off of my schedule. Now, I am not rushed to get to her raid, but I also don't want to take forever getting there. So, if I can double time push it, I can probably still meet my day, but only be about 3 days behind if I stop at Good Mitten. And this is assuming I just drop you off and keep going. If you'd like me to drop you off and stay and wait and pick you up, then it could be longer than that. So my going rate is for every day that you attack onto me, it will be 60 gold.
I hand him a bag.
I was about to say, very good. Co, pay the man.
I hand him a bag.
This would be
This
well
is a
worth.
very nice bag, but could you please put some coins in it?
I hand him that bag.
That bag?
I am unsure exactly how much these are worth. But they are pretty, but I would rather not have gems that I cannot currently price. I would like coins. And the little bit I do know about gems, you are looking at 3 days minimum. I'm going to charge you 4 just to be safe. So that is 240 gold. This looks to be barely 100 gold worth of gems.
Okay.
I stare at Co, expectantly.
Hey, bank account, do things.
140 gold.
It will be another 60 for every day that is added on to that. If you wish for me to stay in Good Mitten, I'll wait for you to get back on. Will you just be getting dropped off, or will you be boarding us again once it is done?
I can't imagine it would take more than a day, maybe 2. So.
Yes, it should not be too long.
Again, it will continually be $60 a day, but 3 days waiting for you there will be my limit.
Joe's gonna look at his coins.
That's
I
fine.
know what is in the area, and I feel comfortable spending 3 days in the skies waiting for you. But after that, I will just assume the worst and head on to her ring.
Do not worry. We have means of getting back on your ship once we are ready.
Don't say that, Setari. That sounds like a threat.
Oh, I didn't
It
mean...
very much does, and if you board my ship without my knowledge, I can promise you it will be something you regret more than trying to fight a lich.
Well, I didn't mean it that way. Just, you don't have to land for us. You can stay in the air if you need to.
There's no dock around there. I will be unable to land for you. I will have to get my Tengu to come down one by one and pick you up.
That won't be necessary. As long as you can fly within a mile of the ground, we can get ourselves back onto the
Either way, we will discuss that once the transaction is done. You still haven't paid me yet. Now, if you will excuse me, I'll give you some time to get your affairs in order. I have a dinner for some VIP clients I really must get to, and I do apologize. I know I've been kind of hurrying and rushing this entire conversation along. I just really have to make sure this goes well. Come find me this evening. I will be having dinner at my quarters. Please, all of you, come join me. It's nothing special, but it would be nice to get to know some new people. I've also invited a couple of the other guests, and then we can continue discussing our business then.
I bow and
Very
thank him and
Thank you,
excuse
Captain.
myself.
Yep. Thank you, Captain. I'll step away.
Setari just sitting there threatening people. We'll get on your boat, but you like it or not.
It better come off that way. That's not what she meant.
I like how Kuroku was like, whoa, Setari, no, that sounds real bad. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I hope that makes it in the video. I hope this makes it in the video.
Jeez. Ko, this is my mistake. If you need help with the funds, I will certainly help pay for this.
No, I definitely have. No, I don't have any money.
I don't believe you.
Kind of spent it all.
I draw the Rod of Wonder. Where's the money, Cole?
Joe just dumps out like 10,000 platinum.
I hand you 2 gold.
Is that really all you have? What is
You want
this?
my silver and copper too?
No. What is this bag of gems? There are merchants on this ship. I was planning to sell some things anyway. I
Should be
suppose
worth
we could.
like 80 gold or so.
We should probably go talk to the merchants on the ship. I'm sure they would deal in commodities.
We also have this lock that's worth 200 gold, but we don't have the key.
Then it's probably not worth that much.
I feel like a key would not be that difficult to make for a skilled craftsman, but I don't know. Let's go.
It's in the ring.
Let's go find some merchants and do some
Alright.
trading. I've got a long spear I can sell. I'm gonna sell that real quick.
You do find some merchants, but you are not selling stuff like that to any of these people. They are not running a general store on this ship. Anything you sell to them is just more crap that they have to carry wherever they're going.
I'll see
These-
if any of them want to buy
These
the
merchants,
gems.
let me finish. These merchants already have their goods that they are either selling or money that they have to buy stuff when they get to Hermain or wherever they are going. However, any gems, they will trade coin for any kind of commodity or gem or things like that. That's just common practice with any. So you do get 80 gold for those gems.
Okay.
Certain items you might find a buyer for if it is an item of interest. If y'all might have like a magical amulet or magical ring or something small like that, one of them might be able to buy it so they can resell it. But larger stuff is going to be difficult to sell. You said you had a spear, Kuroku. Like what kind of spear?
+1 striking long spear.
It is not in your inventory. It is in your inventory. It is just
Yeah,
not
it
in
was
your
it was
inventory
looted.
properly.
It was looted off of an enemy, so it
You-
it came out like that after I looted it off an enemy.
It shouldn't have. That's weird. What is the price of a +1 striking long spear?
I'm
Got 100
looking that up
gold.
now. No, it should be more than that.
It's
I-
100 gold for the 2
Striking.
runes. That's how much it costs to buy.
I'm looking it up right now. Looking it up right now.
It's 35 gold for +1, 65 for striking.
Yep.
So yeah, 100 for the 2 runes, and then the price of the long spear itself is negligible.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
factored usually.
Somebody offers you 35 gold for it.
I shrug and sell it. That's fine.
Again, these are merchants that have no need to buy random goods off of people because they are trading in larger quantities once they get to it. But he does take that. He takes it below deck to go put it in the crate and some of his other stuff. He tilts his head and goes, someone somewhere will buy this. Like a good stabby stick.
Everyone needs a stabby stick. Except me, I sold mine.
I'm not proficient. I'm not very good with mine.
Where did you come from?
How in the world are you not proficient in... Oh, long spears, Marshall.
And the
Rordrik
trident. That's...
Rordrik, this is the second time now that you just appear when an NPC is talking to someone. If you don't state you're there, you're not there.
Oh, this-
Kuroku went on his own somewhere to find a merchant to sell a long spear. You were not
No,
standing beside him.
No, we did say we were all going to look for merchants to purchase.
Yeah, and I
something.
said, Kuroku, you found one willing to buy that.
Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
just kind of assumed we were all together. Okay.
I did too, honestly.
That's all.
Who said that? Where'd that come from? I can't see elves.
Eh.
That would be an interesting curse.
Maybe it'd be better if I was invisible sometimes.
Oh, I can see you now. Hey girl, what's up?
Not much, we're very high up.
My goodness, Kuroku had to bite his tongue to not be utterly cruel to Setari right there. Because I was about to say, you are invisible to at least one werewolf.
Ooh. Setari, please add persistent burn damage to you.
I got fire resistance, it's fine.
Ko,
There we go.
Yes,
when are you going to join the Mile High Crumb?
I did that last timeline.
On a... This is a new world. It hasn't happened yet.
That's true. Also, I lied. I didn't do that last timeline. I mean, are you offering?
What? No.
No. Well then,
There's a beautiful invisible elf around here somewhere.
yeah, it's a little awkward right now, don't you think?
No. For you? No. Every time is awkward for you.
I'm just gonna wait until the whole Zoe thing is resolved.
Do you have that long 2-8?
Yes, actually, I have quite a long time.
You know that she will far outlive you, right?
Yeah,
Both of them will, actually.
that's true.
Okay, well, good
Not-
luck with that.
Not if you become a robot
Yeah, not if I become a robot.
or a lich. Hey,
We'll get there.
Theo can become a lich now. You're not dating Setari anymore.
Wow. And there won't be a problem with about it.
Nope, no one will mind at all.
No one
No.
will mind.
I think really there's only one person in the party that really would not care if you were a lich.
Probably you.
Yeah.
Kuroku knows a neat new spell that might be entertaining to use on Lich Co.
Yeah.
Well,
Raise bones?
bind undead,
Oh, yeah.
which I think that only works on mindless.
I think it does, yeah.
I'm gonna check.
Ko gets out his compass.
Nope.
Which way is north?
It.
Is it the same?
Oh yeah, one
as-
mindless. Yeah, one mindless undead creature.
Yeah, it gains the minion trait. Yeah.
Okay, so it would work on code.
He's not mindless. He's It says mindless, not reckless.
Well, Ko has wrecked a lot of things, so he is wreckful.
I jump off the side of the ship. Don't save me, I yell.
Let me die.
The snap
are you-
leaf automatically.
It
hits
is. It is like the middle of the day, so it is. You still have several hours until dinner time. Is there anything y'all want to do?
me. Ko, if you
Again,
want to
there
go-
are all kinds of people. There's like 3,000 people on this ship.
I'm gonna go talk to the Tengu Ko if you'd like to join me.
I'll listen.
And they are masters of linguistics. I'm sure that's up your alley.
Yeah, but you're probably going to talk to them in Jukanese. I don't understand that.
We don't have to. I'm pretty sure he knows common.
Yeah, okay. I'll come listen.
Are you
Setari,
sure he knows common?
No, but I can translate if it's that big of an issue. Setari, would you like to come, or do you have something else you'd like to do?
I don't have any plans up here. Talking to many people doesn't usually get me in the best of straits, so I'll just stay with you.
Okay. I go begin climbing to the topsails.
You guys know it's like really weird talking to people. Most people don't like it when we talk to them.
I don't know what language that is, but I love the script.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin climbing up, one of the crew members that are near you goes, "Hey! No one goes up there except him."
I shout in Jukanese, permission to climb up.
He flies down.
Okay, I hop down then.
Did the Tengu say that?
No, you heard that. You don't know who says that.
Okay, as you go talking to him, I'm wandering around.
Wait, okay.
I hear that, and her eyes like light up, and she just starts walking around trying to figure out.
We will get to it. I'm going to go ahead and do Kuroku first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry,
But I'm
But
saying
you
that I won't be there.
but you see looks like a young elf man right there on his knees praying. And that is roughly the direction you heard that from. And Keith, I am with you. I love whatever font they use to depict this language.
So is it just me, or does the second to last picture look like a Super Mario
Fire
Fireflower?
flower. Yep.
Oh, and the one to the left of it is a chain chomp.
It looks more like a funky rake.
That's what a chain chomp looks like.
Sure. Hey, Ko, quickly write down whatever that guy said, and suddenly he's not a druid anymore.
Okay, that's Druidic. Okay. Like, what language is that?
Well, you can guess based on Setari just going yoink.
I was sitting here freaking out like, oh my god, a language I don't know. What the
Hammer. Yeah, Code does
Alright.
break
I mean,
down
to be fair-
phonetically what he just heard. Weird. That's a weird language. I need to look into that.
Alright, there's a Tengu standing before you, Kuroku.
I give him a customary greeting and say it's good to meet someone who knows the language. You don't have to disrespect.
I know many languages that I have picked up around.
Which one would be the easiest for you to
He
speak
said
in?
that he says this in common.
Oh, well then I just let that go.
He is every sentence he is saying. He will say 2 or 3 words, and it is perfect mimic of different voices that he has heard throughout his life, piecing words together into sentences.
Ko's gonna walk away slowly.
Goes like that guy sounds possessed. I don't deal with possessed things.
That, and he doesn't want his voice taken.
Whoa.
That's not what's happening. How long have you been away from home, or is this home now?
This home. The Theo family.
I can respect that, though. I have only heard of your people. Wait, no, I can't remember. I think I have met one Tengu one time, many sessions ago. So,
They are in my group, but they are excruciatingly rare.
I think I saw one, but I never got the chance to talk to them. They were in Rayhole.
That is possible. That is possible.
I've heard tales of your people, but I have not gotten to meet one. I'm sure you've heard tales of mine. Oh, I look around to see if anybody's watching us talk.
There are several people. It is the middle of the day. There are people having wine and cheese and looking at the clouds. One woman points at a cloud and goes, "That one looks like a dragon."
I look, is there a dragon?
No, it's just a cloud. That actually does kind of look like a dragon.
It's a cloud dragon, so roll initiative.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, those are nice.
Sorry, I shapeshifted into a dragon again. Sorry.
I pull out my star orb and hold it out, and then I mime the shape triangles over the top of my head, and I hold out my hands for the number 5, and then trail back behind my waist.
You hear him, he nods, and then you hear him say, "You have met one of my kind?" And the one of my kind that he says, those words are your voice.
When did we meet? Did we meet in Rayhole?
You literally just said the words "one of my kind" like 30 seconds ago.
Oh! I see what you're saying. Okay. That's what you meant. I misunderstood what you were saying. I got you. I have heard tales, but I believe you are the first that I've had the opportunity to speak with.
He says, "I've never met one of my kind." And again, the one of my kind is your voice.
Oh, I understand. Yes, we tend to be fairly enigmatic creatures. But there's probably a few more.
He's telling you he's never met another Tengu before.
I thought he was using my voice to convey my intent. Okay, I got you.
No, he can speak sentences properly. It's just every few words is a different voice where he's.
Okay, I got you.
So what he's saying is literally what he means. It's just he has now parsed your voice into with those words to make a sentence.
Kuroku scratches his chin and says, to be honest with you, I think I've only met one other Kitsune, so I believe we're in a very similar situation, not really knowing our people, other than where we're from originally. Unless you are not from Jukan.
Not from Jukan. In your voice, perfectly.
Oh.
The reason that he sounds like broken English occasionally is because the way he's piecing sentences together. But then he does say, and again, it's just a myriad of voices. You might get one word as one voice, then 6 words as another, and so on and so on. But he says, tribe of your people living in desert.
My people, Kitsune? Desert foxes?
He just nods at you.
What is the name of this desert? Which desert?
He looks up to the sky and kind of tilts his head around a little bit, and then holds a wing up, pointing one of his wings to the southwest.
Do I need a society check to?
You know the Forgotten Dunes are that way.
Okay. So, oh wow, that's even more interesting. That's a whole nother reason to go back out there.
Well, the Forgotten Dunes are larger than the country here.
They just forgot.
It is a massive desert filled with sand dunes like the Sahara Desert, salt flats, even some like volcanic rock. It's just this hellscape that, in recorded history, no one has ever traveled to tell. It is considered to be fact that there is not a single person living in that desert because no one can. You are some of the only people in the world ever to see proof of the opposite.
That and this Tengu.
He's been around a lot.
If you have been to the Forgotten Dunes yourself?
Sorry, worm
Have you been to the Forgotten Dunes yourself?
No, meet someone from that tribe.
Ah, that's not surprising that they travel as I do. Still, thank you for this information. You must get awful thirsty watching over all the idiots on board this ship. Would you like me to buy you a drink?
Not drink while work.
Very well. Find me when you're on your break. We will share stories and have a good time.
Only get break when ship dock.
I will hopefully convince the captain to give you a break more often.
Not want anyone die.
I understand, and I commend you for your efforts, though. And I look to the 2 dudes if they're still there, or at least to where they were if they're not, and say, they don't make it easy on you, do they?
They locked up below, not be problem anymore.
Kuroku just lets out a peal of laughter. And then remembers, oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Kuroku.
I know.
Oh, that's fair. You have been watching us this whole time. I don't believe I got your name?
Jacob Morales.
I'm gonna write that down. And then I'm gonna tell Setari so she can write that down.
So that she can tell you later because you'll forget.
That's correct.
He did say that Theo was his family, and so he has the same surname as Theo. I don't know if you called
Yeah, I did catch that. He's related to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The captain is related to a Birdman and a Spider-Man.
That is a playable race in Pathfinder.
Spider-Man?
Yes.
I know what.
Hydra
Yeah.
almost beat.
Yeah, that's right. I have seen that. Well, I will let him get back to work and let you get to the next roleplay. I'm gonna go find wherever Ko wandered off to.
Well, okay. Setari, you get up and you see this young elf man. A very handsome elf man. He has braids in his hair. He is wearing some jewelry. It appears a lot of his jewelry, none of it looks like valuable gemstones. It looks more like just polished river stones, almost, things like that. And he's sitting there praying in Druidic to Gazra, kind of like a please protect me, please bless me. He's obviously not happy about being this high up in the sky on an airship. The elf notices you and turns and goes, "Oh, yes, can I help you?"
I will continue speaking to him Druidic, even if he changed to comment and talk to me. And hello, brother. Are you not comfortable up here in the winds of Gazra?
Oh, he goes back to Druidic. He said that in common initially, but he goes back to Druidic. Ah, a sister of Gazra. No, I'm not even a big fan of seeing the sky, much less being in it.
You're not one of the storms, then.
No, I prefer the enclosed comfort of my caves.
Well, they're very natural and beautiful in their own ways.
Although, I have been told that the stars from up here are a sight to see. I assume it will be similar to seeing the different fungi glowing on the top of my caverns, but I am excited to see that.
The view up here without the clouds, I'm sure it is magnificent.
Would you like to watch it with me tonight? It would be nice.
Sure. It's my first time up here as well.
My name is Kyle, by the way.
I am Setari. No, Cospo, not the weird languages.
Yep, don't worry about it.
That wasn't even words that can be translated.
Okay.
Unless they are literally some kind of under-breath epithet in that language.
Despite being on the
A dwarf walks up to you and says this to you.
Who, Hydra? Or Trump?
Hold on, let me change my language.
The druid tells you that he is going to go downstairs to his quarters, as being above deck kind of makes him nauseous. But once the sun is setting, he will look for you.
Very well. I look forward to it. It's not every day I meet another druid.
Oh, are you not part of a grove?
I've wandered quite a lot, so only so much.
Must be hard not having a family.
Well, I do have a family, strange as they are. I'm a wanderer. We wander together. My streak, my family, I have many names for them.
He bows, says, "May Gazra bless you," and goes downstairs, and you see that he is starting to get kind of short of breath and is looking nauseous, so he's kind of hurriedly trying to get downstairs.
Gaza's winds be ever at your back.
The dwarf has just juxtaposed himself into y'all's conversation. He's just there hanging out talking all.
I'm rolling with it. That dwarf can be part of this conversation. If it makes Ko more uncomfortable, Kuroku's gonna do it.
Setari, you see them two talking to a dwarf, a fairly well-dressed dwarf.
So weird.
And
that we're talking in this language.
And he whistles at you and motions for you to come over to him.
I'll raise an eyebrow and slowly walk over.
Do you speak Dwarven? Because he greets you in Dwarven at first.
Nope.
He sees your puzzled look and then he switches to Common. He goes, yes, you're the pretty elf that this one used to bang and misses banging. You and him should get back together. This one's over here watching you talk to other elves and feeling sad, my lady. And now that you come a little closer, I see why. You're a mighty fine looker, and I can see in your eyes you're one of them smart ones, too. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Baldr. And he just holds his hand out.
Kuroku is impressed that any of you heard everything he just said, because he's laughing too hard.
Here, let me put it in Common, so now you can write it in properly. That is his name.
I keep reflexively scrolling in and have to refresh.
Thanks, Baldr. Now I'm gonna go ahead and jump off the ship now.
Hello? And I just very slowly offer up my free hand. Actually, I probably don't carry my shield all around with me, but whatever.
If you do, you now have a rash on you.
Yeah. I just turn it into a staff and then carry it instead.
Again, a pleasure to meet you. Now, you wouldn't want to make this fine, upstanding lizard man be jealous, would you? You should have seen the look in his eyes as he was pining for you. I've seen that look myself. I've had it on my own face, seen it in a mirror. That lost love that you're afraid will never come back. There's too much there. I see how you're blushing now, lady. You two really need to work this out. You know what? I got one of the largest suites. Nice flush bed, all the pillows, all the cushions. Feel free to borrow it for a couple hours.
How is this any business of yours, sir?
I just can't let two people that are obviously in love be apart from each other. Look at how sad this little lizard man is. Ko is probably just standing there slack-jawed, is what I imagine. And Kuroku might be on the ground.
No, Kuroku's talking, just in Sylvan.
Okay.
Setari, you don't speak Sylvan?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I assume both Ko and Setari hear that. I was expecting the dwarf to not hear that. But Kuroku is going to gingerly step away from this train wreck before his lungs pop.
And you get a little lightheaded in the low air there, Kuroku.
I'm impressed. This dwarf learned Sylvan.
He knows Goblin too. I don't know why.
No, dwarves knowing Goblin is not that
it's
weird.
not that weird.
You know, dwarves knowing Goblin, really.
That's pretty common, but dwarves knowing Sylvan is
I know many languages. In my line of work, you have to know several. You have to talk to as many people as I do. It helps to be able to make them feel comfortable and talk in the language of their preference.
What work
You're
do you do?
trying to make people feel comfortable talking about this.
Look, it may seem a little abrupt, it may seem a little abrasive, it may even be uncomfortable, but if you look in your heart, you know everything I say is true. Look into this little lizard's fella's eyes and tell him you don't love him right now, and it'll get dropped.
Oh.
Is this man a preacher?
He is not.
So what kind of work do you do?
Probably stares long at Ko thinking about that, yeah.
Really does not want her to answer that question.
Setari just nonchalantly looks at Chloe. Oh,
Hammer.
And then she just walks off.
Yeah, that's the answer he doesn't want.
And then Ko
Yeah.
jumps off the boat.
Yep. Catch you guys next timeline.
Hey, next session, everybody meet Ko's twin brother, Bo the Cold.
He doesn't actually use cold, he uses
Fire. Yeah.
My line of work, I am a mediator of sorts. I handle different... I travel to and fro, usually having to talk to the more hoity-toity and royal families and things like that, but I'm pretty good at getting to the root of problems, and if I can stop a war, I'll stop a war, and just, I just do what I do.
The world does need people like you.
And the world definitely needs a love like yours. Horse is backing over.
Yep.
So we're still not off of that conversation.
Yeah, you distracted him, so she took the opportunity to back up.
This guy...
Baldr looks at Yuko and he goes, "If you continue to let her slink away, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Go, my little lizard friend, go." And he just turns and he starts walking towards Kuroku. Kuroku, you see him reaching into like the very nice cloak that he is wearing, and he pulls out a flask and he just offers it up to you.
Before he walks away, I whisper something to him. I'll tell you what I whispered. I'll type it in Dwarven.
Okay.
So you don't want.
Kuroku, do you accept his flask?
Yeah. Why not?
It is Elven Moondrop.
That's really unusual. But I drink. It's more unusual that he put wine in a
There you go.
flask.
And then I will walk the direction Setari went, but then I'm gonna go jump. No, I don't jump off the ship.
Yeah, I can get back on the ship, but I can't actually rescue anybody. Because
I don't know if Kuroku is Dwarven.
Baldr, while he's standing there talking to you, Kuroku, he kind of looks you up and down for a little bit, and he goes, "And you're one that has seen some combat, are you not, my friend?"
I've tried very hard not to, but it follows me. But yes.
If it follows you, that means you are trying to get away from it. Maybe you should turn around and face it. Let the world see that it should not chase you.
Well, I meant more along the lines of my girlfriend is and a very talented warrior, and I go where she goes.
Ah, love will bind many a man. But what is that darkness I see in your eyes, my friend? There is something that you yearn for beyond what you have.
That is... I squint and pull my head back suspiciously.
That is just my cataracts. Don't worry about it.
I'm a little nearsighted, don't worry. That is...
Well, here's something that helps with that. It just pulls out a joint.
I don't... I'd take it.
Now, he does pull out a pipe and load it with some sweet-smelling tobacco and offers you some.
I accept. And since I'm already drinking and smoking, I may as well pull out an instrument and start playing.
It takes you all of about 4 seconds after you hit the tobacco to realize that the sweet smell and the flavor on it is unmistakably opium.
Well, I switch from Shamisen to Sitar.
This calls for a different song.
You know, the stereotypical sitar sounds when someone gets high in a movie. Yeah, I'm playing that.
I don't know why, but I imagine Kuroku pulling out this magical instrument, kind of folding it in on itself and setting it in his lap, and now it's a theremin.
I don't know. I don't know if that's within the realm of summon instrument.
It would be a higher level spell, definitely.
Well, it's 5th. It's a virtuoso handheld instrument. So no, a theremin is not handheld. So yeah, that is the answer to that immediately.
Okay, you and him are just kind of hanging out, smoking that, and you start playing some music. He begins singing what sounds almost like a sea shanty, and he is singing it in Dwarven, in tune, very nicely with what you are playing. It doesn't take long before a couple other people come up and are just kind of like appreciating the sight and enjoying the music. You see people kind of tapping their foot to the beat, things, and just having a genuinely good time.
Well, I think that calls for this then.
Hallucination again? Oh.
Wow, an abysmal roll that actually it's a 20,
Hero point
it's a
that?
23.
Not
No.
as many people are tapping their foot.
A 22 is still like an expert level performance. It's not bad at all. Because it's 15, 20,
Don't forget
15,
to add
20,
the 1.
30, and 40.
That is his performance.
Yeah, mine was a plus 19. So it is a 23. I mean, he can be better than me.
Well, with you and him together, I mean, still a 22 isn't low.
I'm high playing an unfamiliar instrument.
Yep.
And people are enjoying it. A couple people actually come and start singing along because they recognize the song. Yes. He was a hard man. He was John God's man.
Are my brothers on this ship?
Not even born yet.
He will be a hard man. He will be John God's man.
Oh god,
That's
if I...
the prophecy.
I
If I
forgot
meet-
that Ko has sung that song already here in this timeline.
You have.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright, Ko, you said you were walking towards Setari. What are you doing?
Oh, no. I started to walk towards Setari, and then I wander off away from Setari. After they're not paying attention anymore.
She wanted out of that conversation. Like I said, I'm going down below deck, so...
Ko tried to re-maneuver the conversation. Did not work.
Mm-hmm. So I remember that Helmsman asked us to give him a bottle of wine, and we totally didn't do that, so...
No, we did not.
So, I'm trying to do that? I don't know if I can just go grab one. She doesn't know quite how this works, so...
You go where you saw the people that were cooking and preparing meals, and you
Mhm.
inquire about it, and say who it's for, and they do hand you a... It is obviously cheap wine, but they do hand you one. As you
Okay.
turn around and are kind of walking through it, of course it's kind of tight quarters once you get below deck.
Yeah.
And you're kind of walking around, you round a corner and bump into someone very hard, causing the bottle to drop and shatter on the ground. You immediately see Kyle before you, just apologizing profusely and bending down, trying to pick up the glass, going, I'm sorry.
Oh, oh, alright, well, soup wasn't for me anyway, alright, nothing goes right anyway, I've expected by now.
I'll buy you another one. I am so sorry. I was actually just coming down here to buy. You know what? I'll just buy you another bottle. I am so sorry.
Oh, well, this was for the helmsman, I didn't even pay for this. I was just... He said he wanted one, I was trying to be nice. Never works, but I try.
Well, let me go get another one with you. I can explain that I broke it, so they will be sure to give you another one.
Alright, sure.
You and him get another bottle. You and him give it to the helm.
Yep.
Quest complete.
Booyah.
Gain 1/8 of an experience.
Oh yeah! That's the last
Is
eighth
that-
I needed.
Is that party experience?
Yes, it is shared and split 3 ways.
Ooh, I get a 24th. Unless there's more to discuss, I think we're ready to wait to the dinner in the evening.
Okay.
We all gotta go to that dinner together, don't we?
So the next 4 hours pass, and then you see that people are starting to get ready, and plates of food are being brought as the captain is having a private dinner for... You were hearing he's having a private dinner for a very special VIP guest. The VIP guest that he was so worried about the food earlier, he is having a private dinner. Somehow all of you got invited along as well. I assume in the past 4 hours, Ko and Setari have not made eye contact.
No.
They've probably like looked each other's way, but neither's been looking at the same time, and they look away. Yeah.